Okay, let's start with the dollar index. So not much has changed for me since last week. It's been in a range, really, the dollar. We're still in that resistance. There's no reason for me to be heavily bullish this, okay? And if it was any trade, it's mainly short term because we're at this level, okay? So what am I waiting for? Now, we've pushed up, right? We had this consolidation here, then we pushed up. Now, we're into this key level. Now, could this just be one more failure to make a new high or take this high out before the rundown? We'll wait. So we've got this consolidation here. So what I'm waiting for is, right, a move below here. If I get that move below here, what would that signify to me? It would mean that this move up was just to take out the last remaining stops, and then we're heading lower. And I don't think it'll stop there. I think it'll go lower. But if I get an opportunity in the middle, where if it's back within the range, then most likely we're probably going to take out the other end of the range. Is that clear? So I'm having to keep it really short term because we are still in that range. But are you clear with that? So if it comes back within this range, this box here, then most likely I believe we're going to be targeting these lows here, okay? And then if that gets taken then right into here, which is just this consolidation here, yeah, minimum targets, then later on these lows, and then obviously we've got lows a lot lower. Okay, so this could be the bigger sell model, so it could be something like this. Is everyone clear with that? And I had a lot lower. Okay, but like I said, if it gets back within this range, I'm going to be playing it one target at a time, this low, then this low. Now the other scenario, obviously the long scenario, is I'm not too keen on longs at the moment. Obviously I'll wait till and see what price is telling me. If it's finding support here, then it starts making higher highs on, say, the lower time from H1 or 15-30 minute charts, then obviously I'm gonna have to switch my bias and go long. But ideally the only way I really go long is if we clear this high here, because technically, see this consolidation here, found support there, massive move up. This is key. Support there again. So then when we broke this, we just retested it last week or prior week. So like I said, I'm more inclined toward the bearish side, but if it does what I expected to, like I explained, then I'll short the fuck out of that. Now let's go back to the majors now. I'm gonna start off with the Euro GBP first, okay? I'm gonna start. Is there no audio? Someone's complaining there's no audio. Okay, audio is good. It must be you. Okay, let's go to the Euro GBP now, okay? I'm gonna keep it to a few pairs now. That's the only things that are clear to me. As price develops, obviously we can do more. So let's look at this. What's happened? We've taken this low out here, okay? Which is within what? Right, we've taken this low and obviously these lows. I'm still, bigger picture is still bullish this. I'm just seeing this down move as a retracement, okay? I would get bearish if this gave in, then I'd get bearish and I'd say we're hitting these lows. So we've come down, we've taken out that low, these previous week's lows, closed back within the previous week's range, okay? So logically, the next stops would be resting where? Obviously these highs here. Each swing high at a time, and then reaching for this. Now if it goes through or not, I don't know, we'll have to wait. But as it stands, I'm looking for bullishness on this, okay? Now let's go to the lower time frame. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to show you if I'm bearish the dollar, then which am I going to take, cable or euro? So as it stands, I'm going to have to wait, okay? Weekly open, because at the moment there's no clear level for me to get back on board this. So I'll have to wait for the weekly open. The typical weekly open strategy where weekly open here, and then whatever price action we get below this consolidation, if it comes into there, if it comes into there, I don't know how deep the retracement is going to be, but let it happen, okay? When I get that and then it goes back above the weekly open, then I know the low of the week is set, and then I'll be targeting this target here, okay? Is everyone clear? So those that were asking me about the weekly open strategy, this is how I do it. I'll wait, let it come to whatever support it wants to. Is it here? Wherever it is, it doesn't really matter. I'm not bothered about that. Let it get back above the weekly open, because then we got the wick of the weekly candle, and then we're focusing on the body. And if it's above the weekly open, then the body's gonna push all the way up. Okay, that's that. Now that comes back to euro dollar. Now I marked out the range for euro dollar I'm looking at. Now there's a few ranges obviously I'm looking at. This was the initial one. Okay, This was the initial one. I've posted these charts on Twitter anyway. And this. Now, obviously, everybody can see this is a daily heads and shoulders. Now, I'm not saying I want to go long just because everyone's short. I don't give a fuck. But I want to go with what the market's telling me. So we've come down and into this support level here, okay? And this support level is what? These down candles that led to the move up, okay? So there's significant buying within this that pushed that market up. Now we've come back into it. We've come down, pushed up, back above the range a tiny little bit. So if I draw this out correctly, right? Came back down. Now it's still ranging. It's still ranging this, so I'm not confident taking shorts unless we break this here. So we can see this down candle here, support, support, come back down. What? Took out these lows, right? And it's pushing up. Now conservative entry would be what? Waiting for it to officially close back within the range, okay? I spoke about this in previous market review. So the ideas from the previous review are still the same. Nothing much changed for me. So conservative way would be wait for a close above there, then work with that. Then I believe we're going to target these highs here, fill all this in, and we can deal with that later on. But if this was to give in, then I'm looking for shorts, okay? Then if I'm looking for shorts, I'm looking for this to be filled in, and then this consolidation here, this to be taken out. And then obviously we got lower targets. I'll deal with that later. Is that clear? So going into the week, I am bullish this, okay? Now I'm probably going to wait. I could enter long here, stop loss there, but I'm gonna wait. Let Asian fold. We just opened. If I'm correct, it's gonna be a big swing move anyway. Not swing. I mean, not massive, but a couple of about 100, 200 pips anyway. I'm not too fussed about missing 30, 40 pips. Just to confirm, okay? And that is why I prefer the euro long than cable long, because euro GBP is lining up, and I'm bullish the euro. Cable, I'm not really clear on cable at the moment. It's still ranging, to be honest. So I'm not going to give my view on the cable because it's just going to cause confusion. But the last week's view still stands. So if we were to get back above this, then obviously bullish. But cable is not clear, so I'm not going to go over that. Aussie dollar. Now, Kiwi dollar. I'm going to do Kiwi dollar first. Kiwi dollar is one I prefer, personally. Same idea as last time, you know. If you want to know more about Kiwi, just... The best thing is go over last week's video review, weekend video. Very similar. So we've come down. Hang on. Okay. See the bodies of the candles here. Support. Nice support here. Pushed up. Now, if we clear this, then that would really confirm, and I believe it's going to be quite a big significant move up. But obviously, first target is going to be this support, turn resistance. If I go to lower time frame. We've got this there. That was what I was targeting. Short term, I'm targeting these clean highs here, okay? Short term. Now, what do I want to see for Kiwi? So I've established that this is the key high time frame level. Going to lower time frames. This is where I was going long. Okay. 1 second. Let me just clear this up. So here, where we're getting resistance. So this whole move up here, okay? Look at it, resistance, turn support, okay? So as long as we're above here, I'm bullish this, okay? If it gets back below here, then I'm going to probably look to fill this move in or just stay out, okay? So going forward, we've come down. Ideally I'd like price to stay above this low. We've come here, so what I'm waiting for is this. So we've come here. I'm just gonna get rid of this as support. Now remember last week where I was, well, this week I was talking about this pivot here, this down move here, okay, pushed up. Now resistance, yes, we broke through it to fill this in, but then they used it back again. So I waited for what to prove to me this level is going to hold. How? Here, a little break in market structure here, and I called this live. If I was on recording session, but a few of you were here, where I went long here, then it came back here and I bought it long again after NFP, and then because it failed to take out this high here, I collapsed the remainder of the position. Now what am I waiting for? So to get on board this is what I'm waiting for. See these down candles again here? It's nearly the same play. Resistance. If it breaks this box here, this range, this down range that caused the move up, if it breaks this, then I'm looking for what? Support to be formed. I want to see say for example it comes here, then it forms a higher high, then on the dip back down I'll get back on board, and I'll be targeting obviously these highs here, and the targets I mentioned. 0.7 is my short-term target, okay, here 0.7. Is that clear? And that would complete the buy model, okay, this round move. Is everyone clear with that? Yes? No? Okay, yeah. Now let's do dollar yen. Dollar yen then dollar CAD. Now dollar yen, this is the range we're still in, okay? This is the range we are still in. We've taken it out. We've gone back within that range. Now if I go to the H4, we haven't made a higher high. The bodies are the candles, right? The daily we've taken out the bodies, but if you just want to look at it as a chart on its own, high, low, broke lower low because it broke these, and then a lower high using the whole swings. So I talked about the commitment of traders report, okay? So if I bring that in, yen cut, where is it? Now this is another thing that's confirming to me, right? This is, it hasn't changed much since last week. This is last week's chart, but it hasn't changed much. The commercials are extreme net long, okay? So if we look here, where the yen was weakening, just yen on its own, we had the commercials buying up, right? And then as soon as it came to support here, solid support, then that's when the yen strengthened, dollar yen went down. Same pattern again, where when it's going up, it's coming down. Sorry, this moved down. They have the commercials here were getting that long. It's into support again. The dollar index is into what, that weekly resistance again. So technicals for me are pointing towards dollar yen down movement. So my idea on this has not changed yet. So same again as the dollar. So a lot of people are probably looking at this wedge pattern, trying to get long here. We've had this range, bust up at NFP, took out these stops, then back within that range. So conservative entry would be what? It's the same, similar as the dollar index. If it gets back below this low here, then that would tell me that this down move, sorry, this up move was just a stop run. So because if I'm correct, then it should be making higher highs and higher lows. Does it make logical sense to you why it should be making higher highs and higher lows if it's bullish? So where I would be wrong would be above this high. So depending on how you want to enter, I will wait for that. Any weakness, I'm shorting the fuck out of this, and I'll be targeting, well, these lows here, then fill this in, okay? I think we will probably get 1280 at least. Let me just do the 1280. Okay. I think we're going to take out these lows and start filling this in. Is everyone clear with that? That's what I'm looking for, dollar yen. Dollar CAD, similar thing. Okay, so if you go into the weekly, right? Sorry, daily. Look at this. So we've got, we've got this, okay? This down move, okay? This whole range. Once we broke above it, we found support, 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 yeah. Then we broke back below it. So support we should now turn into what? Resistance. Let's draw some fibs on it, okay? Just to mark out the middle point or the equilibrium or 50%, whatever you want to call it. Draw that there. Now look at this. Here was the last low here before the leg up. Then look at this. When it broke back below 50%, found resistance there. Broke down, lower lows, lower highs, sell off. Okay, that's the first sell off. Now it's come back up, taken out the stops here into resistance. So this consolidation here, if I mark it off, back within that. Now can you see how these pairs are lining up with my dollar index bias? I'm only looking at these to just build a story, to get a theme for what's going on. Okay, so it's back within what? See that high to that low, below this high again. If it's below this high, then what does that say? It shows that this move up was just a stop rate. Now if it was to get back above this high, then obviously I'm wrong and I'll probably look for higher prices, take out this high here and then fill all this in. But as it stands, I'm bearish this market, okay? That's dollar CAD. So this is the next consolidation here to reach for. Well, we've got this here where it failed to hold as resistance and then broke. So there, and most likely if I'm correct, then I should take out these lows and these lows. Okay, I do not want to see it take out this high again. If it does, then most likely I'm wrong. As a quick brief overview of dollar CAD. Now oil has hit my target of 54,520. Now the next target is going to be here. I've been talking about this for weeks now. So this was my only swing trade I've got in. I had on. So I've completely come out of this, but I'm looking to get back on board. So I'm gonna have to wait for this. I'd like it to keep above this low, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to wait. Okay. Right now I don't have a clear technical entry for this, but I know most likely where it wants to reach for next is gonna be this area here, around the 60s. Okay. So that I'm gonna keep on hold for that until I get a clear entry, then I'll post it. Okay, I'll just briefly go over the pairs quickly. Okay. Did I miss anything out? Yeah, Aussie. Aussie right now is not a clear entry to me. I do want the price to stay above what this here, this consolidation from last week. Okay, so it's just in consolidation accumulating mode. Okay, it's consolidated, nothing clear right now. So what I would want to see is a break of this high here. Okay, now if it breaks that high, then that would confirm, and then I would start looking for longs. But Kiwi looks the more obvious one, and we can see that if we look at Aussie New Zealand. So if I pull up an Aussie New Zealand chart quickly, where are you? I'm gonna have to pull it up. Aussie New Zealand, where are you? There we are. Okay, so Aussie New Zealand, bigger picture, I am bullish this. Okay, but I think we're gonna retrace and probably fill this in. Okay, so into here, which would automatically say to me that Kiwi, if I'm long Aussie and if I'm long Kiwi, then Kiwi would be the better option. So I'm going to be watching this. See this down move here, this here. This is my pivot going forward. Okay, resistance, resistance. If I can find support here and Aussie dollar comes into support, then I'll look for Aussie longs as well. And last week's video I spoke about Kiwi cut, so I'm not going to go over it again, but if you look back at that video, you'll see how the commercials are heavily unwinded in that shorts. Okay, so I'll stop it here, the recording. I will take questions. Okay,